While many only dream of traveling the world, these people have made travel a priority without being rich and worked hard to turn it into their job. In this documentary series, they tell their story and give you tips how you can make it happen too. Stop dreaming and get inspired to live a life of travel.
My name is Greg Snell. I'm a travel photographer and video producer from Toronto, Canada, currently living in Alicante, Spain.
From Altea and the Costa Blanca
to the beach,
to riding bikes with friends, to the streets of Valencia.
The moment that sparked my interest in travel was likely my first backpacking trip. There's a number of memories I have that sort of spark that desire to see the world, but the one that I'm going to use for this situation was sitting around a table with 14 other people speaking something like 7 or 8 different languages, and me being 19-year-old, super innocent, and seeing all these people with all this different experience from all over the place, enjoying a dinner around a table, everybody having fun, talking about the world. And that was sort of what sparked the curiosity in me to see and understand more. So from backpacking experiences early on, I realized that travel was something I wanted to pursue as a career. And luckily for me in Canada, there was an adventure tourism business operations course, which I took. It was a college diploma, not a university degree, but I enrolled and was accepted and enjoyed it very much so. So from the adventure tourism studies, I landed a job with G Adventures, which is an adventure travel company, and through that office job, realized the opportunity to become a tour leader in South America. And I did the office job for about 10 months, and it was tough. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to travel. I was working for an adventure travel company, but I was behind a desk, and that was difficult, especially as a backpacker. So yeah, I pursued the opportunity to become a tour leader, and through my backpacking experience prior, was able to land that gig and became a tour leader in South America, and worked in the Southern Cone region for 2.5 years, leading trips.
Brazil.
Chile. The Grande, Brazil.
Louis Island, Chile.
As an adventure tour leader, especially outside of your home country, it's really a daily challenge to manage the expectations of your guests and also be transparent with the experience for not only yourself but the people who are there, looking to enjoy their vacation, but in a different way, sort of like a style of backpacking, but a style of travel as well that's different from solo trips or from doing all-inclusives or going on beach holidays, whatever. But being an adventure tour leader was like a full-on job, 24 hours a day. You are on, there's no time off, you've got no home base, you're always traveling, and it's super fun. It's a challenge and a reward all in the same, and an experience that allowed me to create a career within the travel industry, and something that I'll always look back on as incredibly valuable at that time.
Oshawa's own Greg Snell has just made it to the top 3 candidates in the Best Job in the World competition.
So Australia had this big campaign internationally to give 6 people these dream jobs. One was Chief Funster in Sydney, the Tastemaster in Western Australia, the Outback Adventurer in the NT, and the Wildlife Caretaker in South Australia, which is the one that I applied for. So little did I know that 48,000 other people also applied for this job, which made my chances of winning incredibly slim. And really, the application that I made was a bit of a joke anyway.
My name is Greg Snell, and I have the best job in the world. I'm a small groups adventure tour leader in the southern cone region of South America. However, it's time for a change. From the Canadian Rocky Mountains, I learned early on how to manage wildlife. I'm a caretaker at heart and have some pretty serious ambition to be a baby penguin supervisor at SeaWorld when I grow up. As a PADI certified dive master, I absolutely love the ocean, and I bet kangaroos and drop bears will grow on me too. Australia, let's do this.
And lucky for me, Tourism Australia thought that was pretty good. So I ended up winning the job, which is incredible. And in 2014, I moved to Australia and stayed for the next 12 months.
Most memorable trip. In 2012, I moved to Zanzibar, Tanzania to guide scuba diving. And I knew that it was going to be temporary. I was there for under 90 days, which is the 3-month visa. And I wanted to do a big backpacking trip after that. So I decided to backpack solo from northern Uganda to Cape Town. And that was my most memorable trip to date. Why was that memorable? Because it was a challenge. To backpack solo overland through East and South Africa is not necessarily easy. And you know, getting to know those 9 countries and seeing the wildlife and hitchhiking through Zimbabwe and getting into Namibia is just all, when I look back at it, I mean, amazing, genuine travel experiences that I loved. So in the East Africa backpacking trip and Southern Africa, I would recommend highly Zambia for wildlife and adventure sports. I would recommend Namibia, again for wildlife and adventure sports, and landscape. Namibia was pretty stunning overall. And then my third one would be South Africa. I think it is a wonderful destination with incredible people, a really intense history, and a lot to see in one place. If you also want to achieve a life of travel, and if I were giving advice to myself 10 years ago, I would say backpack. Get out there, you know, don't worry about necessarily the money or having to go on your own. Do your research, you know, follow that goal or that dream of what country you would love to see and get out there and do it. And I found, for me, studying adventure travel, becoming a tour leader were all pivotal steps in this career that I now have. And without those, I wouldn't be where I am today. But the trick really from the beginning is to just get out there and go. So I hope you like this, and to find out more about my story and my life, please subscribe to my channel below and also to Steve's channel to see more of this series. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching and safe travels.